I had a chance to talk to a few of them yesterday on our off day. I know they're excited to get back to work. They actually came in yesterday and did a players-only session in the film room, so I thought that was a big positive, that those guys took the initiative to do that. I didn't even know about it until last night, but that's definitely a positive. Those guys could get in there and talk amongst each other and see some of the things that we did or didn't do in the last couple games to to find a way to win. We're doing a lot of positives. I thought the first 12 minutes of that game at Texas, we were really sharp offensively. We were really clicking. We were really getting that thing out, getting it up and down. They hit tough shots. I mean, they had a guy who hadn't taken a three in conference, rise up and hit one against us late in the shot clock with a hand in his face. And they hit a couple other tough ones coming down on the break. A couple of their big guys that had not been shooting the ball. So, and then we opened up a 29-20 lead. Had a chance to get a layup on a play, bounced off our hands, and they got a three on the other end with that play. Then we rushed to play the next time down, and then now it's a 4-point game instead of extending it out. I just thought turnovers for the first time all year really plagued us. We're obviously very good in that area, #1 in the nation in assist to turnover ratio. And that's the first time turnovers really affected the outcome of a game. And then the second half, we had that 6-minute stretch where we just couldn't get a rebound. After really controlling the glass in the first half, we were up 10 on the boards at halftime. And then at the end of the game, we still have a 3-rebound advantage. And if you can do that on the road against a team like Texas, you're going to have a chance. So we need to put a full 40 together of taking care of the basketball and obviously controlling the glass. We took a step in the right direction for most of that game, but again, that one stretch really hurt us. Yeah, sure. I mean, every team's going to have player-only meetings throughout the course of the season. Last year the guys got together. I think probably most notably was after the Oklahoma game. We lost that heartbreaker to Kansas on Big Monday at home, and then I thought it affected us. The only time really we felt that a loss affected the next game, and those guys pulled together, and then we started playing some of our best basketball of the season. But it's good. Those guys care. They got a lot of heart. They care about each other, and that's a great sign. When you have players that have that, you're definitely a leg up, because I don't think everybody has them. Yeah, I do think it's coming at a good time. #1, get our guys a little rest and to get their legs fresh. Had a couple little nagging injuries that will be good to get those cleared up this week. And then we've got some things to work on, and that's the most important thing. We've got to go back and find a way and find a package that we feel for the full 40 minutes will give us the best opportunity to win. And then just a couple actions defensively. When we get tired, we stand up straight up and down, and a guy dribbles right in between a blow-by and a dribble split. You can't have that. You got to keep teams out of the paint. If you have a big shot blocker back there, that's one thing, but we don't have that right now. So you got to keep them out of the paint and make them take contested jump shots. And again, we did that for a big chunk of that game, but a few key possessions we allowed them to get into the teeth where they made us pay. It has been a tough part of our schedule. There's no doubt about that. We lost at Oklahoma last year, we lost at Texas, and we lost to Kansas at home last year. So there's 3 games we lost a year ago, and looking at our numbers, we were out-rebounded by 6 in those games last year. I think it was 6.3 is what the margin is right now in conference to this point. The one game that we lost last year was at Tech, and we found a way to get that win this year. So, it's my big message to my guy, it's not time to panic. I mean, we have lost 3 in a row. We've got some things we have to do to correct them. But we're in the toughest part of our schedule right now. Kansas State's rolling. Got them coming in on Saturday, and then we go back to Kansas. And, it's a tough stretch. You got to fight through it. You got to find a way to get some wins. But I believe in our guys. I know we'll come back, and we'll come back firing. I think everybody kind of thought it was going to be really good at the top, and the top being Kansas and Oklahoma State. I think those 2 teams were recognized by everybody that it was going to be as good as any teams in the country. Baylor was probably the 3rd team that was right there. But you see what has happened with the league the way it is right now. Oklahoma getting a couple big road wins. Texas is playing very well. They got a big road win by up 20 at one point at West Virginia, which is not an easy place to play. Tech knocking off Baylor. I mean, there's just every night you better be ready. And I think teams saw the youth, but that youth's pretty talented in our league. So yeah, I think top to bottom it is the best conference in the country. Yeah, I thought first half those guys came in and did a good job for us. Looking back at the game, I probably should have gotten those guys in there a little bit more, even just to give our guys a little bit of rest. But our guys have played big minutes all year and they've responded, excuse me, very well. Now that we're playing more games in a shorter amount of time, I'm going to have to get minutes out of those guys. But I thought Percy went in there. I thought he ran well. Got knocked down a couple free throws. Maybe played 1 minute too long because he was pretty gassed out there. Which is to be expected when you haven't played in a while. But yeah, those guys they'll get minutes, and we're going to need production out of them. I'm still confident with him. It's just one of those stretches where a couple of those shots hit every part of the rim and bounced out, and that's just the kind of stretch he's going through right now. I think I've said this before, probably multiple times, but I'm losing my mind, so I don't remember exactly what I said. But, I've been there. I've been through it. It's hard to snap out of it. I shot 26% as a freshman from the three-point line. The speed of the game is different, but he's absolutely stroking the ball in practice, and he will snap out of it. I know he will. He cares so much. I told him to shut down his Twitter. You got people saying that aren't real fans that say bad things. But you still see it. You still read it, and I'm that person too. I can see 100 positive comments and 1 negative, and that's the one I focus on. So that's something that you got to try to just really put behind you. And I think our guys will do that. And again, as long as you continue to practice and show you can do it there, it's just a matter of time before it happens in the games. Yeah, I think that's the only way out of it is to continue to come to work, and that's, again, you look at what our guys do on their days off, and even days we have practice, they're in there in the mornings. So a lot of them will get in there before class, and a lot of them come back in the evenings. It's amazing to me how much time our guys spend in the gym. Doc Sadler has been in this business forever, said he's never seen a team that spends more time in the gym than our guys. So, we're going through a shooting slump right now. But again, you put the time and effort into it, and I think you look at the beginning of that Texas game, we came out and really got in a good rhythm. Fell off a little bit at the end of the half with turnovers. But we're gonna be fine because of the fact that our guys work as much as they do. One thing when you have some time, I've really been focusing on our guys, and I've really been watching a ton of film on how we can put our guys in the best possible spots to be successful. Haven't seen a ton of them yet, to be honest with you. I'm really going to dig in this evening after our practice. We're really going to have a focus on ourselves practice probably the next 2 days, and then really start getting into Kansas State. But what I've seen, just from watching on TV casually, is, man, they guard you. They really, really defend you and make you uncomfortable. Gibson's a load inside, and that's obviously for us something we have to address is what type of plan are we going to put together to slow down a big, strong, physical post player. And then, they've got some very explosive guards that get to the rim and can also create shot opportunities for their shooters. And then Southwell at the 4 is a different look because of his ability to shoot and stretch the floor. So again, I think I just laid out a whole thing, even though I haven't watched them very much. But they're a good basketball team that's extremely well coached.